Hey, this is Thinkalugger. Welcome to the Whoop Project. These very bright, vivid, yellowish orange lines here, these wavy, wiggly lines, are two different vocalizations. Have a listen. That, of course, was the yip of a coyote. And look, we can see the yip happening. We see it going up and down in pitch. And the second vocalization is a howl from that very same coyote. So one species, two different vocalizations that we can easily distinguish between when looking at them in a spectral analysis software view. And those vocalizations look very similar to a dog howl, which looks also very similar to two wolves howling. So three different species, all with vocalizations that look similar because they're obviously from the same family, but yet look at each species. Its characteristics, or the characteristics of its vocalization, are unique enough to identify that species. And for that reason, I refer to these as sonic fingerprints. And here is the very unique looking vocalization of a bobcat, a mountain lion. You think these two might look similar since they're both from the cat family, but nope, not even close. Screech owl, fisher, human female screaming. So this, using spectral analysis software like this is the very basis of what I do with the Whoop Project. People have encounters with some mystery species they believe, and they've recorded this encounter. They submit it to me. I then do a simple scientific comparison between their vocalization and the vocalizations of every known species here in North America to know if we've got a match or not. So now that you are more familiar with what I do here with the Whoop Project, I am so incredibly pleased to present my 10th Whoop Project submission. This was recorded around Fort Mitchell, Alabama, back in 2018. A couple of buddies were out actually calling or doing some vocalizations, hoping to get a reaction. Have a listen. That is some holler. That's obviously one of the guys. And they started getting these. So what do you think? Is it the real deal? Have they hoaxed this? So what I'm going to do my best to clean some of this very loud ambient background noise out of this so that we can get a better listen to this. Let's check it out. Okay, so here is the original audio they recorded. Have a listen. And now here is the spectral analysis view, which lets us see sound. And so never set up by a creek or a river where you're going to be hearing frogs and all of that. Try to find the quietest place you can. Never set up around motors. Never have your engine idling, because that is what you're going to get, and you're going to all but ruin your recording. Now, I spent a lot of time cleaning this up, and it's a lengthy process. And finally got to hear much better. And I was lucky with this one. So here is the holler, the call that started this off. Two buddies, and they did this. And luckily and amazingly, they got this. and it ramps up from here. And this stuff right out here on the end, man, I don't know what kind of vocalizations these are. Have a listen. We might have been hearing some really primitive sounding words being screamed out along with the howling. So here is one of the two guys hollering again. And here is my impression of that. Listen to both. That was the original. Had a little reverb, a little natural reverb and delay echoing. That's me. Look, our vocalizations, amazingly, sound similar enough, but more importantly, they look similar. And I could spend a little time and get mine to sound a lot more like theirs. But the point is, our vocalizations look the same because we produce the sound the same because we're both humans. Now, let me trim some of this out of the way. And we've got this. Do you see the difference in the three different vocalizations? The two here on the left, both humans, look similar. And then we've got this thing right here. That is bored flat. It doesn't vary in pitch whatsoever. That is unnatural to find something like that. Remember at first when I was showing you the coyote, the dog, the wolf, the bobcat, the mountain lion, the screech owl, all of these vocalizations vary wildly in pitch. Now I'm going to drop in the Alabama howl. Look at that. Bored, straight, zero variance, as if it was being played by some sort of musical instrument, but a musical instrument that can make organic howls and screams. I mean, there is no such instrument. It's just whatever made this is able to control their vocalizations, to control their pitch in ways that just the rest of us species not only don't do, but can't do. So, is there a known species in North America or anywhere in the world that makes a vocalization that has a sonic fingerprint like this? No, there is not. Now let me take our Alabama howl and I'm going to drop it in down here with these four on the end. There it is. Notice the similarities now. All of these mystery howls down here that I've been collecting over the past decade are all the same. They're bored straight, no variance in pitch, up or down. Have a listen. Now here's the Alabama. So, you guys recorded something that doesn't match any known species, and yet it matches these bizarro world vocalizations down here on the end. So, whatever you recorded, again, there's just no way to say it other than it's not a known species, and it's also a species that is capable of creating very loud, very powerful, very immense vocalizations that travel long distances and are incredibly complex vocal cords in that no other known species can produce sound and make vocalizations anywhere close to this. So incredible catch, guys. So what do you do next? Gear up. Get better sound recording equipment. I've got links to great affordable gear down below. You need windscreens. You need a proper little tripod to mount your recorder on so you won't be handling it and fumbling with it. And just get better at the process. Again, don't set up near creeks or rivers or engines, anything. Get to as quiet a place as you can, which can be really hard to do out in Mother Nature. Mother Nature is loud, but you guys have found something. You've found a hot spot. I'm betting you might not be this lucky again, but keep trying. I would bet that a classically trained operatic singer could not produce vocalizations like this, where their vocals did not vary in frequency, in pitch at all. But if you think you can do it, by all means, have at it, submit it to me, and I'll show you where you cannot. And no, AI can't do this. AI isn't inventive. AI isn't creative. It can't pull something out of thin air. It has to base what it does on known sounds, things from libraries. And if you try to tell it, hey, AI, create a creepy howl that does not vary in pitch whatsoever, you're not going to get this. But again, feel free to try. All right, everybody, that is all I've got. Special thanks to Dale, Boswell, and Buddy for getting out there and making this happen. Again, guys, gear up and get better, find better locations, and keep going with this. Take video cameras, of course, but I doubt you'll need it because this species will not let us see them. I mean, rarely, if ever, do we get to see them, but they let us hear them all the time. And again, that is what the Whoop Project is about. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to my patrons and my YouTube members of my Thinker Thugger channel. They are the only support for the Whoop Project research. So I appreciate you guys so very much, and the guys that buy my books out on Amazon and my t-shirts in the shop below. All right, everybody, take care.